Hi guys, I hope you are all doing well. Let's see today's question. So today's question, we are taking this up from the topic of applications of derivatives. And if I talk about the question that is given to us here from this topic, the question tells us that let the maximum and the minimum values of a expression that is given to us, which is square root of 8x minus x square minus 12 minus 4 the whole square plus x minus 7 the whole square. For this entire function where x belongs to all the real numbers, we have been given the maximum value is capital M and the smallest value, that is the minimum value, is small m respectively. The question is asking us to figure out the answer for capital M square minus small m square. So that is the question asked to us. Let's see how to find the answer to this question that is asked to us. Before starting off with the solution for this question, I'd first like to tell you that please do subscribe to my channel and support the channel as well, because it takes lots of efforts in making these videos for you, and it is free for you but also motivates me to put up better content and try to make the solutions as easy as possible. So let's see this entire expression. So once I have this entire expression, if I write it down first, it says square root of 8x minus x square minus 12 minus 4 the whole square plus x minus 7 the whole square. So this is the entire function given to me. Now, whenever some function of x is given to me here, first let's try to simplify this idea. So let's say we put this function of x as y. So if I put this y as a function of x, I get y is square root of 8x minus x square minus 12. So if I'm just solving this first, if I square this, I get y square is equals to 8x minus x square minus 12. If I take everything on one side, I get y square plus x square minus 8x plus 12 equals to 0. Now, once I have this with me, what I can do further is y square plus x square minus 8x. And let's take this 12 on the other side, so it becomes minus 12. Now, y, I do not have any term of y here. So y square, I can write it as it is. But for x square, I have x square and 8x. So if I convert it into a perfect square, I need to add up something. And when we add up something, we need to add on both the sides. So if I want to find the third term in this case, I can just find third term as half into coefficient of x, which is negative 8, the whole square. So we get from here minus 4 squared, which is 16. Once I get 16, I'll add 16 to both the sides. If I add 16 to both the sides, 16 minus 12 becomes 4. And here what you get is y square. And x square minus 8x plus 16, again, if I write it in the terms of a perfect square, I get x minus 4 the whole square. So if I try to solve this and simplify this further, I get x minus 4 the whole square plus y square I can write as y minus 0 the whole square, and 4 I can write as 2 square. So we have this, and this, if I see, it's basically an equation of circle. So first let's evaluate this, and once we evaluate this, then we'll put it in the function and then we'll evaluate that and find maximum and minimum values for them. So if I see this equation of circle, which I had, if I compare it with my general equation of circle, x minus h the whole square plus y minus k the whole square equals r square. So here if I see my center coordinates h comma k and my radius r, h comma k is 4 comma 0. And the radius, if I check out for this question, it's basically 2. So radius is 2. So I have this. Now if I try to make a circle out of that, because I know it's a circle with the center coordinates 4 comma 0. So 1 2 3 4. So let's say this is 4 comma 0. This is center of circle 5 comma 0 and 6 comma 0. So if I have the radius as 2, I have this distance as 2 and this distance also as 2. So this becomes 6 comma 0, this becomes 2 comma 0. And if I draw a circle here, the topmost point, if I see here, The vertical point here will have the coordinates 4, 2 because your radius is 2 units. So if I show you here, the radius is 2 units and this is how your circle looks like. So we have this part of the entire function and that's the equation of circle and that we have put it as y. So if I write the new expression or new function that I get here, let's try to evaluate that. So my function now becomes here y minus 4 the whole square plus x minus 7 the whole square. And if I see basically y and x denote the coordinates of the point on the circle. So any point on the circle, this denotes x comma y. Any point on the circle. And 4 and 7, if I see 4 represents your x coordinate, so 7 represents your x coordinate and 4 represents your y coordinate. So if I draw that also, 7 here and 2 is here, so 3 and 4. So somewhere here you will have this point, 7 comma 4. So I have this, and if I see, I'm basically finding the distance of this coordinates x comma y from 7 comma 4. So if I find the distance, it's basically square of the distance. So if I apply Pythagoras theorem, I have to basically find the square of the distance of any of the coordinates from the circumference of circle from this point 7 comma 4. So I understand that. Now let's try to find the maximum and the minimum values. So if I see the maximum distances and the minimum distances, I want to find here and let's try to do that. So maximum, if I draw various lines from this point to this circle, so if I draw a line, let's say like this is a statement, this is a line, this is a line, now this is a line. So if I try to draw such lines, the maximum distance I will always get is when I connect this 7 comma 4 with this point A. And the minimum line I will get here is from 7 comma 4, which will be basically perpendicular here to this tangent to this circle. So that is Q. If I extend it, it will basically meet the center of the circle. So I have to find the minimum and the maximum distances, capital M and small m. So capital M will be square of the distance, and I can see square of this distance. Let's say this is point P. So square of P and A. So PA square, if I figure out, it is basically 7 minus 2 square and 4 minus 0 squared. So you get 5 squared, which is 25, 4 squared, which is 16. So M basically becomes 41. So I get this maximum distance I can have, capital M is 41. And if I find the small m, let's do that. So for finding small m, I know this PQ represents small m, but I don't know this coordinate Q which is on the circle. So what I can do is from P till the center of circle, let's say the center is C. So I can find that distance minus I can subtract this distance, which is nothing but radius of the circle 2. So I can find PQ as, or PQ, which is small m, the distance of that PQ squared, as PC squared, square root of that, minus 2, the whole squared. So PC is square root of 7 minus 4, that is 3, and 4 minus 0, that is, so square root of 3 square plus 4 square. So that is square root of 9 plus 16, which is 5, 5 minus 2. So 3 squared, which is 9. So I get small m as 9. So I get the maximum distance, which is PA. I get the minimum distance, which is PQ. And PQ, if you guys understand, we have just found it by finding the distance of PC using distance formula and then subtracting 2 from it, which is the radius. So I get PQ and then squaring it because M, capital M and small m basically resembles the square of the distances. So we have to find the squares of them. And once I get the capital M and small m, the question is further asking to find m square minus m square. So capital M, I got that as 41. So if I square it, 41 squared, that will be 1681. And 9, if I square it, I get 81. And if I subtract both of them, I get the answer as 1600. So the correct answer for the question is 1600. And if you see, the question was a fill-in type question where we have to find the answer. So the correct answer for this question that was asked to us is 1600. I hope you have understood how to solve this type of questions, which deals with finding the maximum and minimum values of a given function here. So we just had to figure out that, and we substituted first this part of the function as y. That gave me an equation of circle. Analyzing that, I put y here in the function, and that gave me that is nothing but square of the distance. So then I found the maximum distance, squared it. I found the minimum distance, I squared it. That gave me capital M and small m. Once I got that, I squared them and subtracted them. So I got the answer for the question as 1600. I hope you have understood this. I'll see you again tomorrow with some other question from some other topic. And we're going to continue our series of questions on JEE mains. So stay tuned for more videos to roll out. Also, if you're enjoying these videos that we are doing on everyday basis, please do like the videos as well and do subscribe to my channel and share this channel with your friends also who are involved in the preparation of questions on JEE. So they can also take the benefit from these questions that we are solving. Thank you.